Hi friends, welcome to my channel. I am Sunique and today I'm talking about water. Been working earlier and I started with this deck here, the Witch's Way Home Oracle, and I wanted to know what I should focus on for the month of February, because today is Imbolc. Today is the 1st of February, and so this is my little ritual really here where I use all the elements and then pull cards. So for water, I have Isis Temple for the mother energy, and this is Pip Essence, and I've already sprayed. I've got a candle here in a beautiful crystal holder. I have a crystal here, point. I've got some copal burning there. The sand underneath that I got from the beach to make sure everything's safe, and it's smoking quite well. I've put copal on top of the charcoal there. This is beautiful. I got this from Glastonbury. Anyway, so I asked what I should focus on for February, and this is the card that I got, which is water. And so I've been thinking about water all morning. This probably won't go up on the 1st because my internet takes absolutely ages to upload anything. This is very smoky. Anyway, water. This card beckons you to connect with the water element, immersing yourself in its fluid and intuitive energy for guidance. It's a beautiful card, isn't it? Look at this, all these waves. I love this card. And it's almost like there's a portal here. So I went walking down around the coast a little bit earlier today, essentially to connect with water. Now, you may or may not be aware that we've had a lot of storms and a lot of rain and a lot of surface water and a lot of flooding here in Cornwall in this past month. So water is really relevant at the moment, and I'll go into that in a second. I'll just read the rest of this entry here so we can get a taste of the element of water. So this is from the Witch's Way Home Oracle by Emma Griffin, and I have done a walkthrough of this deck. I can link below if you haven't seen it. So we're talking about intuition. It says, as a witch, you are attuned to the power of the elements, and water offers you wisdom, healing, and the ability to navigate the depths of your intuition and emotions. Notice the word depths there. So just as the currents of a river carry you to new experiences, you are being encouraged to dive deep into the waters of your soul, exploring the layers of intuition and emotions. So it's repeated again there, emotions, intuition. Trust in the wisdom that arises from within, knowing that your emotions are a valuable guide on your journey, and embracing both the light and shadow aspects of your inner world. The water element embodies flow, intuition, and emotional healing. It does repeat itself a little bit, this guidebook. Take time to connect with it through practices such as meditation, visualization, and spending time near bodies of water. Allow the soothing rhythm of the waves or the gentle flow of a stream to calm your mind and open your heart. Embrace the healing power of the water element, allowing it to wash away any emotional wounds or energetic blockages that may be holding you back. By aligning with the water element, you tap into a deep well of wisdom and intuition. I think that's about the 4th time it said it, isn't it? So let its fluid energy guide you, nurturing your emotional well-being and empowering you to navigate life's currents with grace and wisdom as a witch. Okay, so that's the guidebook, that's the card. Now, interestingly enough, when I did the practice of the 13 sacred nights, the card that I pulled for January was Dolphin. So again, this water element. And the card that I've pulled for February is the Deer. And so that's a very gentle energy, isn't it? So hopefully coming out of that water element safely. So yeah, this was the card, Dolphin. January, and then February, skipping ahead, is the Deer card. So this is the one that I'll be focusing on for February. But yeah, we can see on the Dolphin card, we're deep here within the water, deep into that intuition, deep into those emotions. So the entry in the guidebook is really, really long, but basically it's asking us to focus on the breath and to do full fold breathing, to find playfulness with our friends and family and those that we come into contact, you know, that childlike playfulness. But what I can see here is being underwater. So regardless of what the guidebook says, here I go, trusting my inner knowing and my experience and my emotions, that this January has been a very wet one. Very wet one, and it's caused a lot of damage. I'll put some footage that I took this morning to show you some of the damage that it's done. I already talked about a wall that came down in the storm before last. There's been a few storms, I think 3 storms, and one of the walls came down, big massive wall came down in that storm. Outside my front gate runs a stream. Basically, I couldn't get out of the front gate, and now it's mud, and so yeah, it's a bit of a challenge. Also, I actually fell because of the water. I slipped on some tiles that had water over them outdoors. I did a lovely glide across, but bruised myself, hurt myself. Water is dangerous. Water is really, really dangerous. We can see in the pictures that I'm putting up, there's been a lot of landslides, and we've got buildings hanging now off the edge of the cliffs because of the way that the water has undermined the cliff structures. And only yesterday there was a massive landslide that trapped 5 people and 2 dogs, but they were rescued. So yeah, trees have been upended. It's been a challenging January, I would say, weather-wise, and I also do have seasonal affective disorder, so that affects me in these darker days. So now with Imbolc today, hopefully, as the nights are getting lighter, that should improve my mood, hopefully. Anyway, and we have deer for February. Should we have a look at deer in the guidebook, seeing as this is where I'm going to be focusing my attention for February? I won't read all of it because the entries in this guidebook are really long. One of the key phrases here is springing from stillness. Isn't that great? Because Imbolc is all about the rebirth of the year. We're not actually in spring yet. We're between winter and spring, but it's in the air. And I did take a few photographs as well of some spring flowers that are coming up already on a walk the other day. So I'll put those here as well. But it says to pause, listen, look, feel, smell, sense, which are all things that deer energy would invoke. It counsels to linger in non-action and simply take everything in. And there's a lovely practice that I was taught many years ago, from a book actually, I can't remember which book, but it was to do with using all 5 senses when you're out in an environment. So listen to what you can hear, close your eyes, listen to what you can hear. Breathe in, what can you smell? With touch, what can you feel in the atmosphere? And so on and so forth. Yes, what you can hear, what you can see, all the 5 senses. And it's a lovely practice. So that might be something to take on board for February with this deer energy. It references Eckhart Tolle's The Power of Now. So yeah, just being in the present moment, I think, is what this is all about. It's a reminder to approach your life and each moment with a soft yet potent here and now awareness. It references Taoism and a term called effortless effort, Wu Wei, unforced action that springs from nothingness. Don't force your will onto the world, but allow life to unfold through you, being immersed in the present moment. And then we have a practice for breath here about inhale and exhaling, which I will do in February. I'll make that my meditation practice, I think, for February. So I was thinking about what decks to use in February, aligned to water. And I didn't really want to go into mermaid decks or anything like that, although I do have some. That's not really the energy I'm looking for with water. It's more about emotions, I think. I looked at this one, the Cosmic Pearl Oracle. That might be a contender, so we'll have a look at that in a moment. I'm still doing my practice with and intend to do it for the whole year with the Cantigee Oracle and the Luminous Void Tarot. And they're very watery decks in my opinion, because they are watercolour decks. If you want to know more about that, I'll link to the video where I talked about this practice that I'm doing. I'm enjoying that. Alongside this card this morning, I drew a card from the Wisdom del Alma, which is an affirmation deck, which I've also done a walkthrough of. And this was the card that I got. And again, it's very emotional, I think. And it's about loving yourself, even though others might reject you. And I think in the work that I do with my cards, I can feel a little bit isolated because not everybody gets it, you know. So anyway, on the back here it says, I see the places within myself that are tender, hurting and needing love. So yeah, it's about self-love. I kiss each one gently. I rock each wound of rejection, embrace myself and say, it's okay now, my love, you are loved. So that's my affirmation for February. Beautiful cards. And I think it does go along with the water elements, emotions, intuition. When you walk into a room, you can read the atmosphere. When you're talking to someone, you can read how you're being received or not, as the case may be. You know, sometimes I can say things that people really don't understand because of the path that I am on is not the path that they're on, which is great because we're all different and we're all on our own paths. And I absolutely accept that. And I accept the fact that sometimes my ideas are rejected, but that's okay. So I was looking at the Wee Moon Tarot, and also it is a full moon tonight. I love this deck, this Wee Moon. And I thought what I'd do is go through the water elements, the cards for the water element. This is the little guidebook. These are the cards. They are quite shiny. I'm trying not to put light on at the moment. They are color coded, so let's go to the water suit. And we'll just go through these cards, and they are by different artists. So the Ace, water is life. The 2, water is love. The 3, love makes a family. The 4, riding the waves of emotion, really. And then we have deep grief with the 5, dreaming with the 6, moon circles sisters, which is a landscape card, lunar mystery for the 8, beloved for the 9, and then the 10 is the heart to heart. Moon time for water Amazon daughter. Lunar consciousness for water priestess mother. Water matriarch. Water is healing. Gift of life. Aloha. Water crone sage. Aren't they beautiful? Right, let's going to go with water crone sage. Let's have a look at this one. So water crone sage, if we were looking at a tarot deck, would be the King of Cups. But obviously it's a different sort of energy in this context. So I'll read from the guidebook for us. And it says it's to do with old age and winter, the dark, the north, Pisces and Jupiter. An ancient mother offering blesses us all with the gift of life, freely, in the spirit of love. Receive her aloha. Water is for giving, and like love it is for giving. The Hawaiian goddess Pele, immersed in water, is the living power of transformation, of simultaneous destruction and creation. In her, fire and air, earth and water fuel each other and dissolve into one another. Her black lava hair, cooled by air and water, births new earth, out of which the flowers in her lay grow. Fish feed underwater, birds fly free in the air. All forms of life are united in their interrelationship and their need for water. Open to the gifts being offered. Great blessings. And that is by Robin Waters. 2026 Flickering Cauldron Moon Diary. So if we go to Imbolc and the moon. So we have February full moon, the snow moon. The snow moon rises over a world wrapped in frost and stillness. February's moon shines cold and bright, reflecting a landscape between deep slumber and the first stirrings of life beneath the soil. In ancient times, this was the hunger moon, when stores ran low and patience wore thin. Yet the snow moon also brings a quiet promise. The sap will soon rise and the land will stir again. This is time for purification, fortitude, and gentle preparation. Let this moon cleanse the residue of the old and bless the seeds of your coming growth. And then we've got some recipes here for rituals. So one for cleansing and immunity. We've got a ritual for the snow moon itself and an incense recipe for the snow moon. And I have actually, this is really strange. Oh, correlations. Okay. I have been drinking one of these every night. This is elderflower mint. It does have CBD in it. Now, thank you everyone that wished me well with my dental procedure that I had last week. I am still in a little bit of pain, which is why I'm drinking this with the CBD for the pain. But it's easing off a bit now. So yeah, thank you everyone for your kind words. But I just thought that's really weird because look, dried mint and elderflower. So unbeknownst, I'm already doing that. Okay, so here all about Imbolc itself, and there's a traditional treat of oat and honey scones, and with the pain in my gums, I won't be eating anything like that. But if you wanted a recipe, there's one in this book for Imbolc. I'm not going to go into Imbolc. There's loads of information actually on the web about Imbolc. So let's have a look at this Cosmic Pearl Oracle, because I think this is one I might work with in February. Now I have done a walkthrough of this deck, but I actually haven't used it yet. But what I thought was, and it's all in order as well, I might do a spread from this book here, Leda Pavlova, The Library of Questions, and the one I saw, Bridget's Cross. So Bridget is aligned with Imbolc. And Bridget is an Irish goddess, and my paternal ancestors were Irish. So there is that. But anyway, perfect time 1st to the 2nd of February, which is today the 1st. Here we've got this Bridget's Cross. So we have sun, snow, winter, spring, sun. The main focus for the upcoming season until Astara. Snow, what you should let go of. Winter, what valuable experience you have now got. Spring, what change your soul demands, and water, what the new seasons will bring to you. So let's do that. Right, I'm going to pause and shuffle this. Look at these beautiful edges here. Okay, so this deck is aligned to Aphrodite, the goddess of the sea. And we have here the shells and the pearls. Absolutely beautiful. So let's just do this spread now. The sun's going in a bit, I'm afraid. Okay, sun, the main focus for the upcoming season until Astara. Oh gosh, it's gone right in. Beauty, elegance, vision. Okay, let's look at the guidebook. This is card 25. The text is really small in here. The goddess of the sea is feminine. She's fluid in her endeavours. She rides the waves and embodies her full essence effortlessly. She is Aphrodite, and her energy lives within you. Aphrodite's name means arisen from the foam. And she is the goddess that was said to be the protector of sailors. Beauty and grace, immortal and powerful, Aphrodite enchants anyone who connects with her, as so do you. If you have been experiencing vivid dreams or visions when you close your eyes, know that your gifts of clairvoyance are surfacing, and it's time to connect with the feminine energetics of Aphrodite in order to allow them to flow through you. Downloads and ideas are abundant, And Spirit wishes to use you as the conduit. Learning to be the open channel in order to receive is the first step. But the hard part is acting on these ideas and sharing them with the world as they are meant to be seen. Be open to extraordinary gifts coming forward to be used. Water is where you will find the guidance you seek. You are one with the sea. And we have this little verse. So, soaking wet drops of water down your face, an abundant mindset, a joyous vision of sirens swimming in your head. A protector, a creator, an innovator. Swim deep, my child. Swim into the depth of your entire being. This is where we find the hidden treasures of tomorrow's new beginnings. And then we've got an activating practice where we connect to Aphrodite. That's what my focus will be, is connecting with the sea's energy until Astara. It's quite a clear message, I would say. So I'm going to spend more time walking by the beach, and I'm so lucky that I can do that. I'm so lucky that I live by the coast, and so it's encouraging me, I think, to spend more time in this beautiful area of the country that I live in, outdoors. Snow, what should I let go of? Fantasies, I would say. We've got new frequencies, fantasies, and Libra energy. This is Venusian rising. Now, there aren't reversed meanings in this guidebook. Sorry, there's a helicopter going over. Just hope no one's in trouble. And it is actually the very next card in sequence. Aphrodite's Roman name was Venus, which is the planet of love, romance, money, beauty, art, passion, and pleasure. Her soul was believed to come from this plane originally. Venusians are energetic beings from the planet Venus that embody these energies, and they come here to Earth to connect with us, with the intention of bringing in new and higher frequencies into this earthly plane. They wish to assist us with spreading more love and beauty, and come through writers, painters, singers, actors, and spiritual leaders. Souls with Libra as a zodiac in their chart also carry the energy of Venus. And like the scales that symbolize the sign, often have missions of attaining balance, harmony, peace, and justice in the world. I do have Libra in my chart. Okay. Libras love love and are romantic to their core. If you've drawn this card, then this is a sign to tap into your Venusian energy and call in your Venusian family to assist you in bringing forth the highest frequencies of love. Now is the time to romanticize your life. Now, it's saying what I should let go of, and it is romanticizing life and seeing instead, I would say, the reality of what life is all about and dealing with it, which is something I struggle with, I must admit. In the activating practice, it says to take a rose, place it in your hands, and focus on the rose's energy. But to my mind, roses have thorns. And so I think that's something to be aware of in what I need to let go of, the pain that I associate with love, losing loved ones, being hurt by people when you open your heart. Those feelings is what I really need to let go of. Okay, won't go into detail with that. So winter, what valuable experience you have now got? I'm trying to put them in the positions roughly of a Bridget's cross as it's shown in this book. So card 3 will go below card 1. So what valuable experience we now got? Angelic whispers, feather energy, loved ones in spirit, and divine signs. I have a lot of loved ones in spirit. And talking about feather energy, on my walk today, I actually saw a tiny little feather, which was so cute. I took a photograph of it. So this is weird how these things are correlating, but not for me to question really. But yeah, then I'd put the photograph up of the little feather. In fact, I walked past it and then I double backed and took the picture because I thought I need to take this picture. I don't need the feather itself, but I will take a picture of it. It says here, angels come in many forms. They may come as divine entities with wings, as pets, spirit animals, or even your loved ones in spirit. No matter how they appear to you, they are always here to support and love you. Your angels and guides have agreed to a pre-soul contract to work with you, in which you have chosen them as well. This team of beings may consist of various energies. There are spirits that pass through or come around to assist you with specific missions or transitions, and there are energies that are always with you for the entirety of your life. This is a confirmation that your loved ones in spirit have been sending you signs and have been trying to get your attention to let you know that they are around to support you. This may also be a message that mediumship is calling to you. You may feel the pull or hold a gift to connect with loved ones in the spirit realm for yourself and others. Trust the whispers and step into your purpose with faith and curiosity, then allow the magic to unfold. The word that's coming out here for me is curiosity. That's the word that's jumping out to me. So my valuable experience, I would say, is my curious nature and where that will lead me. And we have an activating practice here to connect to spirit. Isn't that lovely? Then spring, what change your soul demands? Ooh, scary. That word demands, that's, yeah, not a word I like actually, but we'll go with it. What change your soul demands? Deepen your faith. Oh, divine pull, trust and surrender. Oh, real Egyptian feel here. I feel like an Isis energy, which is the pantheon that I associate with Egypt. So maybe it's asking me work with Isis, with this divine pull, and trust maybe that Isis is here to give me support during this time of my life. Has your faith been tested lately? Have you been finding that it's hard to trust and have faith within the universe when all this chaos is unfolding on Earth? Oh, the chaos that's unfolding on Earth at the moment is testing me, yes, as it is with all of us, I think, that have a heart that is empathetic. This card comes as a reminder that you came here to help to shift the frequencies within the collective. You are the light that the world is yearning for in these moments of hardship. Your angels and Aphrodite want to remind you that you cannot see all of the love being woven behind the scenes. It still exists. And the physical realm is still a beautiful place. You are doing enough. Keep spreading your light and speak for what makes your heart swell. Surrender all you cannot control and focus on what you can shift within yourself. A higher perspective is needed at this time. That message really calls to me, and I do think maybe this month I will use my Isis oracle. My soul demands this pull, and the ritual is about burning words you write on paper in this practice. Okay. Water, what the new season will bring to you. So what's Imbolc going to bring to me? Swan medicine. Adaptability, confidence and focus. Swan Lake is very dear to me, Tchaikovsky's Swan Lake and the ballet. And it's part of my childhood, actually. When I was a little girl, I used to get the neighbours' girls around and choreograph a dance with them, and then we would perform it to the parents. It is part of my childhood, and I love that ballet. I love that music by Tchaikovsky. And maybe this is telling me to go and find who I was back then and tap into that feeling, that wonderful feeling. The swan is a symbol of trust, has a pure heart and mates for life. The white swan is related to light, grace and purity, and the black swan is a representation of the occult and the dark feminine. The swan's adaptability skills are amazing. The ability to adjust to new conditions is something we all wish to hold space for. Going back to all this water in nature, a place I used to live called Dawlish in Devon, they have a river that runs through, and they're really famous for their black swans. And the other day, with all the torrential rain, their nest and all the eggs floated away into the sea. Was it last week? I think that happened. And they've said that the swans, being so adaptable, have actually already started nesting again and have mated again. So it just shows their adaptability, and they're amazing birds. You may be going through a move physically of a huge energetic shift. They sure were, but they're still there. This message is coming through to remind you to stay focused on the things that matter to you and that are important to you right now. Your ability to easily adapt will usher you through any hurdles you may face or tedious tasks that you do not wish to take part in. Move forward with grace, flexibility, and without too high of expectations. Attempt to find the light in those treacherous situations. All is working out in your favour, and this in-between moment will soon come to an end. I love this little verse here. It says, time will heal, time will change. Not everything can stay the same. Say yes to life, say yes to fear, and how you make it disappear. The waves of change will soften you, expand your awareness, and caution you. But if you keep an open mind, what's meant for you will never be left behind. And then there's an activating practice, of course, as there is with every card. This has been, for me, illuminating reading, and one I'm going to take forward into February. I will do some journaling on this, and I'm going to get my Isis deck and work with Isis for February and the water element. So thank you for joining me. I wish you Imbolc blessings. And until my next video, bye friends, bye.